Chapter 41. Capture of Nduma is still a shock to its dwellers. The capital city is by the lake formed by two rivers, Tigon and Nigon, the second biggest river of Amaland. Nigon comes through a long, narrow course across the semi-desert area, and it meets Tigon from northeast direction, almost at right angle. Both form confluence at Midland, flowing down to the coast, in broader Tigon that empties through a delta into ocean. Zaquinian forces had arrived at early night. They entered through Tigon coming northwards. The army stayed underwater, spreading into upper Tigon. Water soldiers had extended further into northeast course of Nigon. Other troops camped at Tigon North, spreading over the land nation. Zaquinians also besieged most of the big cities of mid-Amaland. They were ready for action everywhere in the area. Nduma City was asleep, but the invaders were awake. They were already at important public places. Amadum, Nduma Market and the Royal Palace, military headquarters, ministry offices and others were under siege. Royal guards were few, and those on duty were asleep without suspicion. It had been peaceful for years, and no attack was being expected. Queen Hadiza was in bed that night when sleep was deepest and sweetest. But a great danger was already around without warning, although she had had disturbing dreams before, but she did not mind. If there was to be a danger, Sadowin would have come to warn. Since the owl did not come with reports, she didn't worry. She felt okay with all the good news from weavers. Zaquinians then appeared. They entered, spreading over the palace. They were attacking everybody in the place. Alarm broke with loud noise within the entire big complex. They were killing and arresting unaware, but now waking royal guards. Some of the guards were so drunk, tired, asleep and dreaming. Zaquinians were in other parts of the Amaland biggest city. The queen sprang up. She was awakened by the uproars. The woman gathered her soft sleeping apparels. She rushed through the doorway into the main hall of the palace. She saw the place in complete disorder caused by alien occupiers. Royal children and few guards were already under arrest, weeping. They were being molested by the soldiers of Waterland. The queen knew that something was going wrong. She wanted to hide, but children were calling on her for help. Two crocodiles advanced aggressively on her, rudely holding. The ruffians were tearing down her clothes, and she was getting naked. Their actions annoyed her much that she became rather bold in protest. She was making natural efforts to secure her sacredness of womanhood, highly priced and protected by every normal woman. They mistreated the queen. They forced her to sit on floor without respect. The children were shocked that invaders do not fear her. Conquerors neither respected Amaland Queen nor showed any honor. Odd day reduces greatness, royalty to common and dignity to disgrace. A king is a common man, and a queen is an ordinary woman. Queen Hadiza in tears cried out and said, "What my ears hear are not what my eyes see. How have you come, O sons of death? Zaquinians have no wings, and do not fly like Aretians do. Although you swim, but not in and out of Azekhalazad Sea, full of fire. Why did his steaming pot not swallow all your lives? Why have his evil claws not fed upon your flesh?" Queen Hadiza watched. Whiles they took her gold and other valuables. They ordered and forced the female elephant till outside. She was made to sit on the ground with the ordinary land people. More women were weeping and children were fearfully watching. Bodies of dead guards were littered everywhere. Elderly ones were also kneeling under arrest. The invaders were led by a hippopotamus. He was a wicked man by nature, and he was called Boniphopulus. The invaders were deadly in their camouflaged clothes and iron caps. Water soldiers were unfriendly and were causing disorderly panic. They were crowds of madmen whose pleasure in destruction. Each was carrying gun, grenades, bullet chains, and has other sharp tools for the invasion. An innocent baby monkey was eating an apple, clinging on the mother. He smiled to an alien with friendly spirit of human nature in babies. The baby stretched hand, offering his fruit to one of the visitor soldiers. The invader, instead of accepting, snatched the baby from the mother. The soldier griped child's neck and brutally strangled him to death. He seized and dashed him hard on the ground to all bewilderment. An old rhinoceros, whose name was Popodamus, was furious. He was so filled with tense anger, bitterness, and fire. He closed his eyes tight as tears hotly ran down his face. Why does the baby deserve to die, if death is the reward of fault? He did not waiting for answer as he mustered the last energy of his life. He attacked, digging his horns into the belly of the water killer. He lifted the watermen overhead. The Zaquinian soldier land crashed and tumbled heavily behind. The rhino re-attacked, bullying at the fat hippopotamus with his head. The Zaquinian's intestine was out as he bled and pulsed on the ground. Another water soldier fired shots at the rhino, hitting him too bad. The two fell dying, and the baby also died in between both. The water invasion of Enduma went on. Today, land people at home are feeling the war. The watermen in Amaland are all out of underwater. They have finished destroying and killing all over Enduma. The Zaquinians have also taken the other big cities of Amaland. They are now moving to meet along the original route of the war. The invasion is already going as far as Orgapes. It will reach Dakapit and G Bridge.